Signposts leading to heaven. We have finally got our farm name up on the driveway, Crossbank Farm. With the ever-increasing delivery drivers trying to deliver parcels in our area, finally they will know where they are and who we are. What is a signpost? It's a post bearing a sign that gives information or guidance. Now that we have our sign up, it made me think about the signs that we see to guide us in the right direction towards finding and connecting with God. How can you make sure that you're on the road that leads to heaven and not on the road that leads to hell? What about our eternal destination? There are many people who believe they are going to heaven. They try and follow other ways by looking at Hinduism, Islam, or Buddhism. But it does not matter how sincere you are, you can be wrong. How can you know you're on the road to heaven? There are signposts you can check to see if you're on the road, and these signposts are all in the Bible. A great big signpost is, we have a sin problem. When most people see this signpost, they can refuse to go any further. They say, I do not like being called a sinner. That is insulting to me. They say, I've not murdered anyone or robbed a bank. And at this signpost, they could say, I am not continuing along this road. But God says we are all sinners. In Romans 3, verse 10 and 12, it says, there is no one righteous, not even one. There is no one who understands. There is no one who seeks God. All have turned away. Together they have become worthless. There is no one who does good. There is not one. In verse 23, it tells us that all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God. How many good people are there in the world? How many people are righteous? How many people are in right standing with God? Who does God look at and say, that's a really good person? There is no one. No one can reach God's perfect standard. Some have sinned more than others, but we have all sinned and fallen short of God's plan for our life. Paul the Apostle went on to say in Romans 6:23, for the wages of sin is death. The payment for sin is not just physical death, but spiritual death. And the word death in Greek means separation. Just as physical death is the separation of the body from the spirit, eternal death is the separation of the spirit from God. We all deserve that sentence because we have all sinned before God. We inherited a virus called sin. It's in our DNA. And the Bible says because of that, we're all guilty before God. We've all had times when we lose direction. There are times when we feel without purpose. We may be confused. We feel unsure. And we just don't know where we're going. You are not the only one who's felt this way. It's probably an age-old problem been going on for thousands of years. But God knew we would have times when we feel lost. But he didn't leave us alone. We can take comfort from certain verses in the Bible where this very issue is addressed. God didn't leave us unequipped or without an answer. There are verses in the Bible that can put us back in the right direction. In fact, there are so many verses when I started to look into this, I had to really be hard and just select a few. In Jeremiah 31:21, it even says, set up road signs, put up guideposts, take note of the road that you take. In Proverbs 3:5 and 6, it says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your path straight. In Jeremiah 29, verse 11, for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. In Psalm 32:8, I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will counsel you with my eye upon you. In Psalm 37:23, the steps of a man are established by the Lord when he delights in his way. In John 6:35, Jesus said, I am the bread of life. Whoever comes to me shall not hunger, and whoever believes in me shall never thirst. In Isaiah 30, verse 21, and your ears shall hear a word behind you saying, this is the way, walk in it, when you turn to the right or when you turn to the left. Psalm 119, verse 105, your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path. And finally, in Matthew 7, verse 7 and 8, ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and it will be opened to you. For anyone who asks receives, and the one who seeks finds, and to the one who knocks it will be opened. Check the road you are on and make sure the signposts are pointing you in the right direction. Find God by following the signs. And as Jesus said in John 14:6, I am the way and the truth and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. So today I wish that you would have a truly blessed day today.